Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, from one that shows 50 Cent go back and forth with Rick Ross. And this is all thanks to a recent interview in which 50 Cent revealed why Rick Ross can't keep his name out of his mouth. And according to 50 Cent, Rick Ross is still in that fake it till you make it phase when it comes to his wealth. And Rick Ross wasted no time to fire back at 50 Cent and even dragged Dr. Dre into it to move the goalpost, and we'll get to more on this in a moment, including some wild reactions so far. Today we also have one that raised eyebrows across the board, seeing as Travis Scott is gunning for Eminem's 2024 record with a 10-year-old mixtape, Days Before Rodeo. All while Travis Scott is trying to quote Nicki Minaj Sabrina Carpenter, and we'll expand on what this means in a bit, as even Joe Budden and his co-hosts have shut this down as Travis Scott gaming the system to do numbers. They don't believe it is real, but we will break it down, as even though it may actually be real numbers, it is certainly 100% not organic, as we've seen this game from Travis Scott before. And starting with early projections about Travis Scott's 10-year-old mixtape, when it was initially projected to move 217,000 first week, fueled by pure sales, the Joe Budden podcast weren't having it. Check out a snippet.
We believe these Travis Scott numbers?
I mean, he's running some little games. He's putting out some packages and
deluxe after deluxe
after deluxe, so it's possible. And I do think that his fan base is rabid enough to have put up, what it was, 250, 280, some shit?
Oh, my last I saw was 217.
Oh, 217, whatever the number was.
But it's an album that's been re-released.
Knock it off.
Yeah. It's Days Before Rodeo, which was a mixtape, I mean, classic project of his.
For sure. I bought it, so, I mean, and I'm only part-time, I guess. No, I'm a pretty big Travis fan.
I'm a big Travis fan. I've, of course, had it, but it still stands out to me. It's all streaming.
Oh, it's not any... Well, no, he did vinyl, too.
He's doing vinyl,
yeah.
But, I mean, they're getting it off of streaming. So for 217,000 on an old project.
Now, of course, Joe Budden's co-host Ice was wrong about this being fueled by streams, seeing as this is set to move more pure sales first week, even more than Travis Scott's Utopia that moved 252,000 pure albums first week based on updated reports. Check this out, for instance. Travis Scott's Days Before Rodeo is predicted to earn the biggest US digital album sales week for any album since bundles were initially removed from the Billboard 200 in late 2020, surpassing Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department, 274,000. And apart from releasing multiple deluxe versions, the album was also going for like $5. That's like a 60% discount on the official release week. And back to the Joe Budden snippet. Now that we cleared that up, they continued.
I can kind of believe it, because I personally, I mean, I have it, I've had it, but I was excited to see it there, to be able to go listen to it, press play, and I did it twice in the week. And like I said, I'm not as diehard as some of his fans are. So I can see it. I can see it.
You think it's real?
I can see it.
Okay. I'm on the other side of that one.
I just want to point out to you, I'm sorry, Flip, that numbers all across the board everywhere else are down.
For sure.
Like down. As in, what YG do, 8,000?
Damn, really?
Everybody else is
YG
at
shit.
between 20, and we never talked about that.
Yeah.
Right, we didn't.
And we should. Everybody else is like between 20 and 30,000.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, catalog music does really well typically.
They're saying that Travis Scott is one of the first examples of the latest trend in music where the artists are signing directly to tech companies.
And the tech companies can play with the numbers?
The tech companies are offering different packages. I don't believe those numbers for a second.
I don't believe him.
And he's worldwide, though, right?
Oh,
that plays into it.
He's got a big global audience, I would say.
No?
But when we talk about numbers, it's usually domestic, unless they're just ignoring that.
But when you talk about them Billboard numbers and all that, that's U.S.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I don't know. I could believe I could be sold either way on this one.
Okay. I don't think these numbers are real. Not saying. And then Sabrina Carpenter. The projection had her ahead of him by like 100,000. And then out of nowhere, oh, here come a deluxe here come this, here come this, here come this. Like now you running the jigs up again, which we've known him to do.
True. He's always been a package, bundle, all them things, all the games.
All the little tweaks and jigs. I just don't believe it.
Hey, but if Taylor Swift and them can do it, why shouldn't he?
I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm not mad at him.
No, I'm just asking if y'all believe it. I don't. I just wanted to hear what everybody else thought about it.
So as you heard, they don't believe the numbers, and as it stands, Travis Scott is gunning to take the title for biggest hip-hop opening in 2024 from Eminem's The Death of Slim Shady. Check this out. Travis Scott's Days Before Rodeo could earn the biggest debut for a rap album on the Billboard 200 in 2024, currently held by Eminem's The Death of Slim Shady. And when we say Travis Scott is aiming to Nicki Minaj, Sabrina Carpenter, this is because they are in a tight battle for the #1 spot next week, and he's used similar tactics since Astroworld, and back then Nicki Minaj was the victim of his chart manipulation. In fact, Nicki Minaj back then didn't hold back. She went on Queen Radio to put him on blast, branding Travis Scott back then the Garden Tool of the Week. And she even added, Travis Scott is out here selling freaking clothes. And he got y'all thinking he's selling freaking music. And since Sabrina Carpenter may face the same fate this time around, although with different tactics at play, it has already made headlines. Sabrina Carpenter and Travis Scott fight for #1 album, and why Nicki Minaj is involved. And Travis Scott is out here trying to embarrass a pop star with a 10-year-old mixtape. And following reports that Travis could earn the biggest hip-hop opening this year with a 10-year-old mixtape, it sparked reactions like, Travis is objectively the biggest rapper in the world, and when he does 1 million first week with his next album, the industry will never be the same.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Travis Scott dropped Utopia, a whole brand new album in 2023, and still ended the year behind Drake and Eminem based on official IFPI reports, even after the heavy bundling and chart manipulation he did on Utopia's release week. So let's not get ahead of ourselves and pretend like we don't know what's going on here. The 10-year-old mixtape numbers are extremely impressive, unbelievable actually, to the point that they don't even believe it on the Joe Budden podcast. It is that impressive, but it is also 100% not organic. Two things can be correct at once, but what are your thoughts? And on a side note, this Travis Scott situation in the United States is exactly what 50 Cent was talking about when he spoke about the difference between him and Jay-Z and how the US market differs from the international market.
And nationally, let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there, because America can be purchased. We can buy it with marketing dollars. You see what I'm saying? But the rest of the world, there's not enough marketing dollars to go around to change the way the rest of the world feels about you.
As Travis Scott, who is also relatively popular in the United Kingdom, couldn't break into the top 10 in the United Kingdom this week with this very mixtape. It charted at number 15, while in the United States, he is out there competing for #1. The tactics don't work the same abroad. And moving on, 50 Cent was recently on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, and he was asked about Rick Ross. And 50 Cent decided to go to town and back on Rick Ross. Check out a snippet.
What is it with you and Ross that's just been going on for so long?
I explain this to you, right? Nothing else works for him outside of mentioning me. When things get bad, you mention me. It gets covered further. You see TMZ and say, 50 Cent said this is going to be bad for Irv Gotti's career. I get covered across the board.
Yeah.
They get covered on the hip hop blogs. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And you watch, because I have nothing else to say. You just see it happen periodically as it goes.
Yeah.
You know, you see that big white elephant, that property he lived at? It costs more than the nightclubs. He's in the nightclubs. We know what they can give you. They can't pay you more than they can pay you because the room can't hold enough people for them to give you the money to stay there. He can stay until you're a squatter, holding on to the leg of the chair that they move. But that's what it is. It's just a part of presentation.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You can see this. You don't need me to say this. You know this.
Yeah.
Look at it. What kind of rich nigga cut his own grass? Why you out there cutting your own grass? You trying to save money, nigga? You don't want to pay for the lawn to get cut, huh?
Let me ask you
The
this.
AC broken in the motherfucker.
Let me ask you this.
And Rick Ross chose to deflect in his response video to 50 Cent as he brought up Dr. Dre to move the goalpost. Check out a snippet.
He want you to lose like he just bought the Holyfield mansion. Damn. He bought a jet. Damn. Oh no, 4th annual car show? Damn! I just seen a clip of the Wallow show where he was interviewing 50 Cent and the other little dude asked him a question, small talk. But ultimately, the question that should have been asked was, you jumped out there during the beef, the West Coast versus the Canadian, and I thought Dr. Dre put you on. I thought Dr. Dre was the set. I thought you was loyal to Dr. Dre. You mean you went with the Canadian over Dr. Dre? Who you say changed your life? I ain't know. I thought loyalty. But you did shut the fuck up once the Canadian took the L. You got totally quiet. You did. So, since these niggas count my pockets, I'm gonna let them know my next move. My next move finna be Thriller in Manila 3. Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield 3. Once Tyson knock out Jake Paul, I'm gonna get Tyson and Holyfield a fight in my front yard. I'm gonna put a ring right there, and it's gonna go down in my front yard. I want the judges to be Snoop Dogg, Kevin Hart, academics. You hear me? The ring gonna be right there at the promised land. Thriller in Manila, the biggest.
And this sparked reactions like laughing my bum off. The grass ish really hit Ross laughing emojis. What the F does 50's loyalty to Dre have to do anything with a Kendrick and Drake beef? MFers say anything. But over to you guys. Share your thoughts below in the comments section. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this. See you on the next one.